welcome back to BMW Fanatic. Now, for the past 3 years, I've had Burger Motorsports wheel spacers in the front and rear, 10mm in the front, 12mm in the rear. So in this video, I'm going to show you the DIY on how to install wheel spacers, and we're going to go ahead and widen the rear a little bit more, and we're going to do their 15mm size. I have a little tricks of the trade too, as far as taking your wheels off, getting the wheel back on, all that kind of stuff. I'll show you that in this video, so that way you guys can see those as well. This install is very simple, and it adds some nice styling to your BMW. It widens out the stance, so it just pushes that wheel that much closer to the wheel well. It gives that overall nice appearance when you look at your BMW from far away, or from at an angle, coming out the front. That truly will show the aggressiveness of your BMW. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump back here and start putting them on.
Right out of the gate, we're going to go ahead and loosen the extended bolts on the car right now with the car lowered down. So that way we can loosen it and the wheel doesn't start to turn if you have the car jacked up. So what we're going to be using, and this makes it very, very nice. So this is from Burger Tuning, and this 17mm socket is obviously extended for one, so it's a long one, but it has this protective layer, so that way you don't jam up your wheels when you're trying to loosen them up. So it's gonna protect it all the way around, which is a nice little added touch. So of course, 17mm, 1/2" drive with a 1/2" drive ratchet. For the little trick of the trade, you're gonna take your handle from your jack, place it through the opening, and then it's going to give you a lot more leverage to be able to break those extended bolts out. So you're going to want to properly jack up your car so that way you can go ahead and take the wheel off. So I'm just using the jack puck here, Burger Tuning of course. Works great because it just sits right into that pocket right in here, and then that way you can jack it up without damaging your thing. Just got to take off every single one. Sometimes you might need a little bit of help. Sometimes the tire will just fall right off, or sometimes you have to nudge it, kick it, kind of thing. Now you may think that, hey, it's stuck on there, which it can be for sure. But what they implemented on these wheel spaces is that they have a little notch in there, so I'll take a flathead screwdriver and pop it right off. So you want to pull these tabs, keep prying on them. Just keep prying around, and it'll soon pop off. Now we'll go ahead and clean the surface, get it nice and smooth. You can also use a wire brush or a wire brush bit on a drill to be able to go ahead and clean the surfaces off. I'm using my little sanding block here. This will just get the surface all smooth again. Because it's not rough at all, it just doesn't look the greatest. Great time to clean it all off. So I'm just using some all-purpose cleaner to get any of that grease and oil off. Now I previously painted my rotors black, so what I did, since I scuffed it all up trying to get the old spacer off, I went and hit it with my same paint that I hit it before, which is just VHT roll bar gloss black chassis here, and just letting this dry up here before I put the spacer on, then put the wheel on. So also what's supplied with your wheel spacers that you'll have is you'll have some anti-seize grease. So you're going to want to Open that up. Put some on your wheel spacer. Rub it around, just so you don't have any issues with it getting stuck on your wheel. Just like that. Once that has dried, you're gonna take your new spacer, 15 millimeter here, line it up with one of the holes. Now, the problem with BMWs is that, and even with just spacers, this spacer can move once you put the wheel on, and of course you have to try to put the extended lug through the wheel and make sure you get it in there, so that way you can go ahead and tighten it down. So I'm using Burger Tuning's wheel pin. So this wheel pin makes it nice. You just put it in one of the open slots. Go ahead and put that on there. Don't tighten it too tight. Stop right there. So that with that wheel pin makes it nice, because now we can go ahead and put the wheel on and just slide it through the wheel pin, and it just holds it up for us. Now we're gonna go ahead and line up the rest. And line. With that done, go ahead and loosen up the wheel pin. Has little holes right here, so if you want to go ahead and put something in and try to turn it, like a small screwdriver, first on leverage, you can do that as well, but I didn't put it too tight. Now with that one done, put that one in. Now these are hub centric as far as the wheel spacers go. They're not gonna wobble, lifetime guarantee on them itself. Now we're next gonna go in a normal pattern. Start up here, tighten down until it stops. Come down in the next one, down below. Cross over, shines tight. Cross over here, tight. Cross over here. We'll wait on it. Okay, next we're going to grab our 1/2-inch drive torque wrench. We're going to torque to 88 foot-pounds. Start there, move the bottom. There. There. There we go. Just so you guys can see the difference. So of course, like I said, we didn't touch the front, but the front has 10 millimeter. All right, so there's the front. Now let's come back on the rear. There's the rear, come up above. I'm gonna show you the other side, because the other side has 12 millimeter on it still. Look at that, looks nice. Here's 12 millimeter. As you can tell, the obvious difference right off the bat. 12 is good, but I definitely like 15. 15 is like perfect. Icing on the cake. As you can see the difference there. Hey guys, well that does it for today. How to install wheel spacers on your BMW. It's a very simple process. Of course, I just did one side. You're gonna repeat the exact same thing on the other side. Same steps, same process, everything. That's what just sucks when you have to, let's say, do all 4 wheels. It's redundant because you have to do the exact same process multiple times. But you know, using BMS wheel spacers,
Great different sizes for you, have been out for a long time. Like I said, I've been using my ones for 3 years now. I just went with 12 millimeter before just to add that extra little look. I'm glad I did 15 millimeter on this go around just because it pushes out the wheels that much more, as you already noticed, and it gives that nice stance to your BMW. So from far away, your car just looks that much more aggressive because the wheels are pushed out further. Other great thing that helped, of course, is the wheel pin for Burger Motorsports. As you saw, you put it in there. You can slide on the wheel much easier. I wish I had this before because sometimes I struggle with trying to get it all lined up, and then because you want to make sure it's lined up perfectly. The 17 millimeter socket that's extended, but also has that protective layer around it, so that way you don't damage your wheels, because a lot of guys have very expensive wheels. These are just BMW OE wheels, but the last thing you want to do is scuff up your wheels. Everything that I used in this video today will be down in the description box below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this DIY. Give it a nice thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and check you on the next video.